What if everything you thought you knew about a country was wrong? Welcome to Iran, not the Iran of headlines and politics, but the real Iran, ancient, sophisticated, breathtakingly beautiful. This is a civilization that invented algebra, built gardens that inspired paradise, and created poetry so profound it's still recited 1,000 years later. 26 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, 5,000 years of continuous civilization, 85 million people eager to shatter every stereotype. Today we're taking you beyond the headlines, from ancient ruins where empire builders dreamed to mosques that redefine beauty. From mountain villages frozen in time to deserts that glow like Mars. This is the real Iran, complex, beautiful, misunderstood. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because at Travel Around the Globe and Explore, we show you the world as it truly is. Let's shatter some stereotypes. Stand before the gate of all nations and feel 25 centuries pressing down. Persepolis, built by Darius the Great in 518 BC, wasn't just a palace. It was a statement carved in stone, proclaiming Persian power to the world. Walk the grand staircase, where delegations from 43 nations once climbed bearing tribute. The reliefs still show them, carved with such detail you can see clothing folds. Towering columns defy gravity and time. Even in ruin, burned by Alexander in 330 BC, Persepolis is magnificent. At sunset, the honey-colored stone glows like fire. This is where civilization reached heights it wouldn't see again for centuries. Isfahan is half the world, Persians say. Standing in NAQSH-E JAHAN Square, you understand why. This square, built in 1612, showcases perfection and symmetry that transcends architecture. The Shah Mosque's dome is a masterpiece. 7 colors, 17 years of work, millions of tiles. Inside, acoustics are so perfect, a whisper echoes like thunder. Across the square, Sheikh Lotfollah Mosque glows cream and pink. The dome's interior shifts colors throughout the day, blue to pink to gold to purple. At sunset, families gather, children play, horse-drawn carriages circle. For a moment, you're not visiting Isfahan, you're living it. Shiraz is the city of poets, roses, and nightingales, Iran's cultural heart, beating with rhythm refined over thousands of years. The tomb of Hafez draws pilgrims who open his poetry book at random, believing the master speaks directly to their situation. The Nasir al-Mulk Mosque creates magic every morning. Sunrise light through stained glass, explodes the interior in rainbows. Carpets glow in impossible colors. Columns cast colored shadows. This daily miracle draws photographers from around the world. But Shiraz is more than monuments. It's the Vakil Bazaar, the Iram Garden. The warmth of locals who insist you stay for tea, then dinner. Shiraz lives culture, breathes it, shares it generously. Yazd rises from the desert like a mirage that refuses to disappear. One of the world's oldest continuously inhabited cities, humans have survived here for 3,000 years in one of Earth's most unforgiving environments. The mud brick maze is designed to confuse invaders and channel cooling breezes. Bazaars, wind towers, catch wind and channel it down into homes, ancient air conditioning that still works perfectly. The Zoroastrian fire temple holds a flame burning continuously for 1,500 years. Same flame, never died. Outside the city, towers of silence stand on barren hills where Zoroastrians once placed their dead. Yazd is proof humans can flourish anywhere with cleverness and respect. Tehran is chaos and contradiction. 20 million people creating a city that never stops, never sleeps, never apologizes for being exactly what it is. Modern, ancient, religious, secular, all at once. The Tehran Grand Bazaar stretches 10 kilometers underground. 10 kilometers of commerce continuing for centuries. North Tehran climbs into Alborz Mountains, where young people gather openly. Women push boundaries, and Western brands hide behind Persian names. The Azadi Tower blends Islamic and pre-Islamic elements, representing Iran's layered identity. Tehran isn't easy. The traffic is legendary. But beneath the chaos lies incredible energy, creativity, and contradiction. A city representing modern Iran better than anywhere else. Behind Tehran's high walls, Golestan Palace whispers of an era when Shahs ruled with absolute power. This Qajar dynasty palace is Persian architecture meeting European influence in ways elegant and excessive. The marble throne hall glows with thousands of tiny mirrors covering walls and ceilings, creating infinity rooms centuries before modern artists claimed to invent them. The throne took 65 artists 7 years to carve. The Hall of Mirrors is most extravagant. Every surface reflects. Chandeliers multiply into infinity. Outside, gardens follow Persian design. Symmetry, water, shade. Golestan isn't subtle, it screams wealth and power. But it's also beautiful, testament to what humans create when resources and artistry combine without restraint. KASHAN is the city of refinement where Persian culture reached elegant heights. This oasis city became wealthy from carpet trade, and that wealth shows everywhere. The Tabatabai and Boruherdi houses showcase 19th century Persian residential design at its finest. Step inside and temperature drops 10 degrees through passive cooling. Badgers catch wind over water pools, creating natural air conditioning. Stained glass casts colored light. Every surface is carved, painted, or inlaid. Nothing is plain. The bazaar, though less famous, is older and arguably more beautiful than others. This is a city proving wealth doesn't have to be loud. Sometimes the most powerful statements are whispered in perfect proportion and timeless beauty. Just outside KASHAN, Finn Garden creates paradise on earth, where water, trees, and architecture merge perfectly. This 16th century UNESCO site represents the pinnacle of Persian garden design. Water is the genius. A natural spring provides constant flow. The water runs through channels dividing the garden geometrically. The sound is everywhere, constant, transforming. Ancient cypress trees provide shade. Everything arranged with mathematical precision, yet feels organic. The pavilions stay cool even when outside temperatures soar above 40 degrees. This garden was designed based on Islamic paradise concepts. 4 rivers, 4 sections, abundance, Shah Abbas. I loved it so much, he ordered expansions. Finn Garden proves paradise isn't found, but built with patience and respect. MASULEH clings to a mountainside like a fairy tale village. Houses stack on top of each other, each rooftop serving as the courtyard above. The entire village is pedestrian only. No cars, just stone stairs climbing through layers of homes built over centuries. Yellow clay and wood construction, sloped roofs for rain, small windows for heat retention. Fog rolls through like a living thing. Some mornings, the village disappears in clouds. Other times, it emerges from mist, like Shangri-La. The people speak their own dialect. They farm terraced hillsides. They welcome visitors with genuine hospitality. At night, lights flicker across stacked houses, like stars arranged in architectural patterns. MASULEH is proof humans can build in harmony with challenging landscapes. Enter Tabriz Historic Bazaar, and you enter one of the world's oldest and largest covered marketplaces that has pulsed with commerce for over 1,000 years. This UNESCO site is a living organism where business, culture, and tradition merge inseparably. The bazaar sprawls across kilometers of covered passages, each section dedicated to specific goods: carpets, gold, spices, copper. The brick architecture is magnificent with vaulted ceilings soaring overhead. This bazaar has survived earthquakes that leveled the rest of the city. Walk through and witness transactions unchanged for generations. Tea served in small glasses, hands shaken on million-dollar deals. The energy is intoxicating. Voices echo. Fresh bread mixes with cardamom and saffron. This is a functioning marketplace that happens to be a tourist attraction. Mount Damavand rises from the Alborz range like a challenge issued by Earth itself. At 5,609 meters, it's the Middle East's highest peak and a perfectly symmetrical volcanic cone dominating the horizon. This mountain isn't just geography, it's mythology, legend, national symbol. In Persian mythology, the hero Feridun imprisoned the tyrant Zahak in Damavand's depths. The mountain appears in the Shahnameh epic that defines Persian identity. In summer, climbers worldwide attempt the summit. The route isn't technically difficult, but altitude and weather make it challenging. For Iranians, Damavand represents strength, permanence, and resilience. It's depicted on currency, referenced in songs. To climb it is to touch Iranian identity at its most fundamental level. Perched on a needle of rock in the Alborz Mountains, Alamut Castle looks less built and more grown from stone itself. This is the legendary fortress of the Assassins, the medieval sect that terrorized kings and invented political murder. The name means eagle's nest, and standing here you understand why. The castle sits atop a near-vertical cliff. In the 11th century, Hassani Sabah captured this fortress and turned it into assassin headquarters. From here, his followers carried out targeted killings across the Middle East, perfecting a new warfare. Mongols destroyed the castle in 1256, but ruins remain. Walls, cisterns, passages. The view is staggering. Mountains stretch endlessly. Eagles actually do nest here. Alamut reminds us that fear, carefully applied, can be more powerful than armies. Keshem Island in the Persian Gulf is where geology goes wild, creating landscapes so alien they barely seem terrestrial. This is Iran's largest island, where nature spent millions of years sculpting rock into forms that defy logic. The Stars Valley looks like Mars, wind and water, carved sandstone into a labyrinth of narrow canyons, towers, and caves. Walk through at sunset, when shadows deepen and rock glows orange. The Chaku Canyon is real magic. Enter this narrow cleft and discover a world of shadow and stone. Walls tower overhead, light filters down in shafts. Strange formations create faces and animals. Local legend says Prophet Solomon struck the mountain with his staff, splitting it open. Keshem also hosts the Hara forests, mangroves in salt water, creating unique ecosystems. Hormuz Island is where Earth decided to show off with color. This small Persian Gulf island is famous for rainbow soil. And when they say rainbow, they mean it literally. Red, yellow, orange, white, black, green, purple. Every color creating a landscape that looks hand-painted. The red beach is most famous. The sand isn't tinged red, but vivid, brilliant scarlet that seems to glow. Water laps against it in turquoise waves. The contrast is so intense, it hurts to look at directly. The Valley of Statues features rock formations carved by wind and salt spray into shapes that look like frozen giants. Local artists mix colored soils into pigments. Paintings made from Hormuz soil have depth synthetic colors can't match. Visit Hormuz and question whether Earth is actually boring. Chogha Zanbil rises from Khuzestan plains like a monument from another age. This ziggurat, built in 1350 BC by the Elamite king Untitled, is one of the few remaining structures of its kind. Originally 53 meters high with 5 levels, 3 levels remain, enough to convey the scale and ambition. This wasn't just a temple, but a holy city with palaces and elaborate water systems. Walk around the base and see cuneiform inscriptions still visible after 33 centuries. The site is remote and rarely crowded. Stand in this ziggurat's shadow and realize you're looking at a building already ancient when Persepolis was built, already legendary when Greeks arrived. Chogha Zanbil reminds us that great civilizations rise and fall, but some stones refuse to forget. Cut into a cliff face near Persepolis, NAQSH-E Rostam holds Persian king tombs and centuries-old mysteries. 4 enormous tombs are carved directly into rock, their facades showing kings in victory, prayer, and glory. These are the final resting places of Darius I, Xerxes I, Artaxerxes I, and Darius II, the greatest Achaemenid rulers. Each tomb reaches 15 meters high, accessible only by climbing sheer cliff face. Below the tombs, Sasanian kings added their own reliefs centuries later, claiming legitimacy by literally carving achievements below the Achaemenids. The most mysterious relief shows a mounted king receiving a ring of kingship from Ahura Mazda. A strange square tower stands in front, whose purpose is still debated. Temple, treasury, library, no one knows for certain. Abiane clings to Mount Carcass slope like a village painted in shades of time itself. One of Iran's oldest villages, houses built from local red clay give everything a warm russet glow. Some structures date back 2,000 years. The village seems frozen in history. Narrow lanes wind between houses, wooden balconies overhang streets. People speak an ancient Persian dialect, closer to Middle Persian than modern Farsi. Traditional dress differs from surrounding regions. Step into the Harpak Fire Temple, a Zoroastrian shrine carved into mountain. The village sits at 2,500 meters elevation. Air is thin and clean. Springs provide water, channeled through ancient irrigation systems. Walking through Abiane feels like time travel because life continues much as it has for centuries. The Dasht-e, the Lut Desert, is one of Earth's hottest places. NASA recorded surface temperatures reaching 70.7 degrees Celsius. Nothing lives in large sections. No plants, no animals, no bacteria. Just rock, sand, and lethal heat. But it's also devastatingly beautiful. The Kalots, massive ridges carved by wind over millennia, rise like ancient cities. From above, they look like impossible civilization ruins. At sunset, the Kalots glow gold, then orange, then deep red. The Gandom-Berrian Plateau, covered in black volcanic lava, absorbs so much heat it becomes untouchable. Yet despite hostility, the Lut possesses stark beauty, drawing adventurers. The silence is absolute. Night brings relief and reveals stars undimmed by light pollution. The Milky Way stretches brilliantly overhead. Lake Urmia was once the Middle East's largest lake. Was, past tense. The lake is dying. Dams, irrigation, and climate change reduced it to a fraction of former size. What remains is a haunting reminder of environmental catastrophe unfolding in real time. But the lake is also starkly beautiful in decline. Salt crystals form surreal patterns. Islands once kilometers offshore are now connected to mainland. Salt flats glow white under sun, creating alien landscapes. Flamingos still arrive during migration in smaller numbers. Pink birds against white salt and blue sky create compositions photographers travel thousands of kilometers to capture. There are restoration efforts. Water is being diverted back. But whether it's enough remains unclear. Lake Urmia stands as both natural wonder and warning. Iran doesn't fit the narrative. It refuses to be simple, to be reduced to headlines and sound bites. This is a country of stunning complexity, ancient ruins and modern cities. Deep faith and vibrant secularism, beauty so overwhelming it makes you question everything you thought you knew. From Persepolis, where empires began, to deserts where temperatures shatter records. From mountain villages where time stands still, to islands painted in impossible colors. But more than places, it's the people. The hospitality that insists you stay for tea, then dinner, then the night. The curiosity about where you're from. The pride in showing you their 5,000 years of civilization. Iran is safe, welcoming, eager to be understood rather than stereotyped. The real Iran isn't the one on television. It's the one you experience when you dare to visit, when you let go of preconceptions. If this journey has opened your eyes, then join us. Like, share, and subscribe to travel around the globe and explore, where we show you the world beyond headlines. The world is vast, the stories are complex, and Iran is waiting to surprise you. Let's explore together.